percent increase and decrease. Bob works for a marketing agency for $10 an hour. He received a raise and now earns $16 an hour. What was his increase in pay? For this problem, we'll use the percent of increase formula. The percent of increase formula tells us to take the new value, subtract the original value, and then divide by the original, and then multiply by 100 to get a percent. So, if we look at our problem, we can see that the new value is $16 an hour. The original value, or the old value, is $10 an hour. So we'll take those values and substitute them into our equation for percent of increase. So I have the absolute value of 16 minus 10 divided by 10 times 100. First, you'll subtract the values in the numerator. So 16 minus 10 is 6. And the absolute value of 6 is just 6. Absolute value means we'll take whatever value is in there and make it positive. So 6 is already positive, so it will just be 6 in our numerator. And then our denominator is 10, and then we'll multiply that value by 100. So 6 divided by 10 is 0.6, and then 0.6 times 100 is 60%. So my answer is 60%. Coffee grounds were $4.99 a pound, but now we're on sale for $3.29 a pound. What is the percent of decrease? Again, we'll use the formula for percent of increase or decrease, which is the absolute value of the new minus the original divided by the original times 100. If we look at our problem, we can see that the new value, or the sale value, is $3.29. The original value, or the old value, was $4.99. So we'll take these values and substitute them into my formula to solve. So I have the absolute value of $3.29 minus $4.99 divided by $4.99, and then all of that is multiplied by 100. First, we'll do the operation in the numerator position. 3.29 minus 4.99 is negative 1.7. Now notice that there's absolute value bars in the numerator position. Those bars tell me to make whatever value is inside those bars positive. So the negative 1.7 becomes a positive 1.7. Therefore, my new problem is 1.7 divided by 4.99 times 100. Now we'll divide 1.7 by 4.99. When you do that operation on your calculator, you should get 0.34068133627. Next, we'll multiply that by 100, and we get 34.06813627%. Now I'm going to round to 2 decimal places. So if you look at the second decimal place, we'll look at the value to the right of it. That's an 8. Since 8 is greater than 5, I'll round the 6 up to a 7. So my final answer is 34.07%. Last year, 65 people attended a tennis competition. This year, 115 people attended. What is the percent of increase? We'll use the percent of increase formula again, which is the absolute value of the new minus the original divided by the original times 100. First, I want to identify my new value. So my new value is the amount of people that attended this year, which is 115. My original value is 65. So when I put that into my formula, I have the absolute value of 115 minus 65 divided by 65 times 100. First, we'll do the operation within the absolute value bars. So 115 minus 65 is 50. And the absolute value of 50 is 50 since it's already positive. That gives me 50 divided by 65 times 100. 50 divided by 65 is 0.7692307692. And then to make that into a percent, we'll multiply by 100, which gives us a value of 76.923077692%. And we're going to round to 2 decimal places. So we'll look at the 3. Since 3 is less than 5, we leave the 2 as is. So our percentage is 76.92%. And that's our final answer.